Okay, the New England Patriots decide to here early on in the third round continue to use the draft to help out Drake May. The biggest criticism a lot of people had with the Patriots out of free agency, well, some people had thought like, okay, is Milton Williams getting paid a bit too much? Some light things like that. But really the biggest criticism was, have you done enough to help your young quarterback? Drake May was quite frankly in a tough situation last year. In the draft, they have done what they can to try and make this better. First, they go out and get an offensive lineman with their 4th overall pick. Then they decide to get a running back with their 2nd round pick. And now here early in the 3rd round, they're getting Kyle Williams, a player who I absolutely love. And we'll get into the film and talk about it in just a second. But I think this is a massively underrated player, and I think this could really help out Drake May. Getting someone who, again, I think honestly in the Josh McDaniels system kind of fits this perfectly. I'm not going to call him like a fully Julian Edelman type because I think they're very different in ways, but they have some similarities in terms of how they could be used, and we'll talk about that when we talk about that in the film in just a second. But ultimately, I do think this is just a good fit for the receiving core, right? You look at the receiving core right now. You have Demario Douglas, who I actually like. I think has shown some nice things. You have Stephon Diggs, who I think they're hoping can be a wide receiver 1, perhaps, and could fit that scheme well as well. You have Kayshon Boutte. You have Matt Collins, Jalen Polk, Kendrick Bourne. Maybe you get something out of those guys. But just getting another, kind of a wide receiver, a guy who doesn't have to be a wide receiver 1 necessarily, but maybe has that potential once he really gets going. All of a sudden, I'm going to just be honest, this offense doesn't look so bad. It's not Cincinnati, it's not Tampa Bay in terms of the receiving core, but it doesn't look so bad, right? Like there's some good stuff here. You have a couple good tight ends as well. Again, you get the running game going, you get a better offensive line going. All of a sudden for Drake May, listen, it's just going to be a world of difference from this year to next. From this year compared to last year. Is it going to be perfect? No. Is everything going to work out? No. Moves are going to go wrong, but they're doing what they can to address all these issues, and some of these are going to work out, and you're going to get a better situation. So that's why ultimately I like this move, and also because I think he's a great player. So let's show film now and talk about why I think he's a great player. Let's start off with a play like this. So it's going to be a play that on paper is a simple enough play, right? It's a zone coverage concept. You see where he is on the field. He's the number 2 receiver, just trying to get into a gap in coverage underneath. Well, once this play begins, you're going to see that right here. Okay, again, simple enough, right? Not doing anything too fancy. There's not really too much of a fancy thing for him to do here. But once he gets the ball, watch first that one move, getting the first guy to miss. There's still a couple other guys he has to deal with, right? So what is he going to do here? Well, watch as he's just going to run by everybody. He has that blazing speed that he is able to get all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. And this is just what I like about him, right? It's the shiftiness compared with the speed. And these are always players that I feel like I fall in love with in the draft process because, he's really good. Although I will say, going over to something like this, the question every speed guy has, again, he's, runs a 4.4, he's only 185 pounds. So the question you're going to have is, can you win on the outside, right? And can you win when you're not able to just blow by guys? Obviously, everyone in the NFL is just a little faster, a little better at covering, or a lot faster and a lot better at covering, if we're being honest. So you're going to have to be better than you are at the college level. So a play like this, it's going to be zone coverage. He's going to kind of fake as though he's going towards, you're just running it out, and then he's going to run a go. Watch how when this play begins, he's going to go off screen for a second. But you see right here, this is really what I wanted to show is, okay, he has a little bit of separation, but it isn't anything crazy, right? He is going to have to make a contested catch right here. There's going to be a defender who's kind of in his area. But as you see, he is totally capable of doing that. He's able to make catches in traffic, which not all small guys are able to do, right? Times when you have the frame that Kyle Williams has, you just have that thing where, you're so used to blowing by everyone in college. Like this play, for example, which, I still would say these are nice plays to see that he can do. Like right here, okay, it's a one-on-one matchup. Watch as when this play begins, he's going to just blows by the corner he's going up against. Which, again, at the NFL level, it'll probably be a lot tougher to do this. Maybe you'll get the occasional matchup where you can, but it's unlikely. As you see, well thrown ball, he's able to make the grab and ultimately blows by everyone, gets into the end zone for a touchdown. Okay, listen, it's good that he can do that. I think the concern you would have is that all his game is, but I would say no, given the other stuff that I've shown. Also going over here, I think one concern that you would have as well is like, well, is he someone who, given the fact that he isn't the biggest player, could that become an issue? Could that make it tougher for him to do anything but being a slot receiver where you don't have to play on the line, right? Well, here you see he is playing on the line. It's, there's a corner up against him. This is zone coverage, not man, so that's worth noting, but still. You see the corner is going to create some contact, but Williams is able to get past it pretty well. Again, when you get to stronger guys at the NFL level, will it be an issue? Potentially. But watch how he is still ultimately able to get the clean release. Again, well thrown ball, gets a catch. Honestly, if it was, if he was led a little bit more, maybe that's a touchdown on that play. Honestly, but still, very good play there by Kyle Williams. And again, it just goes to show, like, okay, listen, maybe the size thing will be an issue at the NFL level, but it has not been an issue at the college level. It just hasn't. And then we can talk about a play like this, where what's going to happen is it's going to be a zone coverage concept. You see the route on the screen, just trying to get into a gap in coverage. Again, nothing fancy. Well, when Williams begins this play, you see, again, gets to a spot quickly, turns around quickly. All that stuff is good. It's not, something you'll never see, but it's still good. But this is just a great play by Williams, where he doesn't even see the guy behind him at this point, and it's hard. How could you, right? He blends in with the field, but ultimately you can't see the guy behind you who's coming after you. But still, Williams knows probably where he's going to be running. So watch him essentially juke him out without looking. That's a sort of a no-look juke. Takes a couple other guys to finally bring him down. Again, this is just really good stuff here from Kyle Williams. So ultimately, lower level of competition, you have the concerns of what happens when he just plays bigger and faster and stronger corners that you just have to have. But this guy cuts so well. He's so explosive. He's a smart route runner, and he's tough to bring down in open space. It just feels like he's going to work at the next level. Again, we can debate how well it will work at the next level. I think I am definitely higher on him than a lot of other people are, which is, again, this tends to be the type that I tend to really like. But yeah, I do think that he is someone who is getting slept on a lot and is a player who we should talk about more, because he's very good. So yeah, those are my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that video and want to hear more of my thoughts, well, for one thing, you can check out my movie channel. Yes, I have a movie channel. You can check the link in the description below. I do some fun things like some movie reviews, even some TV show reviews, tier list, fun things like that, so you can check that out. Also, make sure that you are subscribed and paying attention to this channel, as there will be plenty of draft content. I plan on making a video for every first round pick, many of the other picks throughout the draft, and also I will do recaps for each team after the draft is over. So I will eventually talk about every single pick from your favorite team. Be on the lookout for that, as it will be out this weekend. And also, if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter. I am at Jackson Kruger, or X, whatever you prefer to call it. But yeah, that's all I got. Thanks again for watching till the end of the video.